My name is Dr. Lisa Kellogg. I'm a medical doctor here in Gallatin and also a member of GPC. It's my honor to talk with everybody and just shed a little bit of clarity about the coronavirus or the COVID-19 infection. I know there's lots of confusion and lots of things and we don't know what to believe. It is a respiratory infection. Most cases of the infection 80% of people will recover without a glitch, but 20% will need serious care, some requiring ventilation. One of the biggest things that I see is this virus being compared to the flu or influenza. Guys, this is not influenza. It has similarities: fever, cough, shortness of breath, but COVID-19 is much more infectious than influenza. COVID-19 is much more lethal than influenza. 1% of patients with the flu end up in the hospital. 20% of patients with COVID-19 end up in the hospital. Many more patients die if they are infected. One of the striking differences between COVID-19 and influenza is the asymptomatic carrier state. When people get the flu, they know they're sick in a day or two, and they know to confine themselves. They go to the doctor. When people have COVID-19, they can be 7 to 14 days completely asymptomatic. They could be in the grocery stores next to us. They can be, in the schools next to us. And that's one of the main problems with the spread of this disease. So the main problem that we have with the spread in the country is it's here to stay, it's going to spread. People are gonna die, yes, we know that. We're trying to slow down the rate at which it could spread. This little diagram here shows something called R0, and you've probably seen this, but this is patient 0. COVID-19 has an R0 of 3, meaning for each person that gets infected, they infect 3 other people, and so on and so forth. And you can see how every day things can spread exponentially. And it's a fast-spreading virus with a long asymptomatic phase. Here's the problem. There are 325 million Americans. Here's another graph. On the y-axis, we have the number of patients needing serious care and time from the onset, the season. If we let this virus spread too quickly, the number of patients needing a ventilator, needing an ICU bed, is going to far exceed our capacity to care for them. We only have 160,000 ventilators in this country. We only have 45,000 ICU beds. And at the very worst, we can have 200,000 needing an ICU bed and 45,000 ICU beds. If we are careful and if we do social distancing, we can hopefully flatten the curve or spread out the illness a little bit longer so that the maximum number of people needing serious care won't exceed our healthcare capacity. So what can we do? Wash your hands. Wipe down surfaces. It can live on surfaces for 3 days. I firmly agree with all of the measures that our government has taken, shutting down schools, shutting down Disney. Those things seem crazy, but that will help save lives. Because if you look at this, once we let this multiply, it's too late. Once we let this turn into this, it's far gone and we've lost the chance to contain it. If you have any questions, please feel free to shoot me a text, email, any of that. And we love you and God bless.